Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure, I'm heading out on the Debar Pond. I'm up here, it is mid-October, just past peak season for the leaves to be changing. And just like in the last couple of years, my last adventure of the year, I came up here to Debar Pond to paddle and give an update on how we're faring in saving the lodge. We got some bad news this year. So I'll tell you about it, so follow along.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
Alright folks, well this is Debar Pond 2024. And it's a little past peak colors. This is October 22nd. So usually I'm here to finish out my season, but we had a cold snap and I was home putting things away, getting the camper all winterized because it got cold pretty quick. But we have a couple of warm days, so I decided I'm coming out to do my final video of the year here on Debar, like I've done for the last couple of years. So as I mentioned in the intro, that those wanting to save this lodge back here is the news isn't good. Just a recap of what's happened over the last few years. In November of 2020, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation released a draft management plan for the Bar Mountain Wild Forest, which includes what they planned for the lodge. And it proposed tearing down the lodge and classifying the 41 acres around the pond as an intensive use area. The area is currently classified as a wild forest, which has a more restrictive development classification. Several groups, including the Adirondack Architectural Heritage, which I am a member of, and the nonprofit Debar Pond Institute, the town of Duane and Franklin County, all got together and said, we are going to save this lodge. So they opposed the 2020 plan. But in order to save the lodge, there has to be a constitutional amendment to the state constitution. And it's very similar to what they have done to other lodges in the Adirondacks, because technically in a wild forest state land, the state comes in and tears down any structures there. So the constitutional amendments were needed by the state assembly and the state senate, which was done. They brought it up, but then suddenly, out of nowhere, earlier this year, 2024, the town of Duane flipped their stance on the lodge, which threw everything out the window.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
So after our state representatives, both in the Senate and the Assembly, came up with a resolution to amend the state constitution, Um, in December of 2023, the town of Dwayne officials passed a resolution opposing that constitutional amendment that would have saved the Debar Pond. The town stated that it did not agree with the proposed land swap, which was the town believed that it was not going to be equal in value, and they were going to lose state tax over the deal. So basically what it was they were going to take the 6 acres around the lodge and in exchange for another, I think it was 40 acres, to expand the Debar Wild Forest. And the town felt that was not a fair land swap. So the town's actions led to the amendment sponsors in both the state Senate and the state Assembly to pull their bills in January of 2024. One of the bill's co-sponsors was Assemblyman Matthew Simpson, said that he was personally disappointed in the town's opposition, and he said it's unfortunate that we are not in all of agreement, because we had a solution and a compromise to save the law. So, Adirondack groups like the Protect the Adirondacks and the Adirondacks Wilderness Advocates both opposed the constitutional amendment, and they cheered the decision when the amendments were pulled. The resolutions were pulled by both the state Senate and the Assembly. The group that I'm a part of, the Adirondack Architectural Heritage Group, we were taken off guard by the town's sudden flipping on it, and because the big thing was that the town knew that they did a poll over the summer and of 2023, and they polled 250 people that had came back here to visit the lodge, and 97% were in favor of saving the building. Our executive director, Aaron Tobin, thinks the camp contributes to the magic of the area, which I definitely agree with, it does. So now we're hoping that the DEC will be open to a different solution. It would be a huge gut punch to me to see this lodge get tear down, and I would love very much to see it stay and get some use out of it, but I don't know. This very well could be the last time I'm up here at the lodge. I don't know. I don't know the plans right now. I think everybody's just in a cool-off period, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, this is my last video of the season. You'll be seeing this video in about April or March of 2025. But until then, you know, this is the funny thing about this is it is about 74 degrees out. Very nice day, a great day to be out here, and but it's not going to stay that way. The weather up here could flip in a moment. So tonight's supposed to be pretty good. Tomorrow the weather's supposed to be dropping throughout the day, and tomorrow would be Wednesday, and then by Thursday we're supposed to be in the 30s. I think the high on Thursday is supposed to be 36. So yeah, just like that, weather can change. So when the weather does that, I go into hibernation. So the next time you see me doing a video after this, it will be in 2025. So I'll see you in 2025 after I hibernate. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.